Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, today I want to speak to the divine potential that resides within each of us. We are not here by accident. We are not the result of random events or chance encounters. No, there is a plan, God's plan for each and every one of us, waiting to unfold if we are willing to awaken to it. Now, I know many of us have felt lost at times, caught in the storms of life, facing challenges that seemed insurmountable. We've all been there. But I am here to tell you that in those moments of uncertainty, in those moments of despair, the universe is speaking to you. God is whispering to your soul, trust the process. There is more in store for you than you can even imagine. Think about it. The same force that holds the stars in the sky, the same intelligence that created the oceans, the mountains, the galaxies, the divine intelligence that orchestrates the entire universe lives within you. This means you are not separate from the plan. You are not a passive bystander waiting for something to happen to you. No, you are a co-creator in this divine plan. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, they are signals you send out to the universe, and the universe responds to those signals. But here's the key: if we stay stuck in our old ways of thinking, in those familiar patterns of fear, doubt, or lack, we cut ourselves off from the infinite possibilities that God has in store for us. If we focus on the past, reliving pain or mistakes, we anchor ourselves in the old instead of stepping into the new. And God's plan for you, my friends, is always about the new. In life, it is easy to feel like things are happening to us rather than through us, as if we are mere spectators in a world that is beyond our control. We may often feel caught up in the circumstances of our lives, reacting to what seems like random events, and at times this can make us feel powerless or stuck. But what if I told you that you are not just an observer in this universe? You are, in fact, a powerful co-creator, and your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs play a direct role in shaping your reality and aligning you with a divine purpose. This is the essence of understanding that you are a co-creator in God's plan. To grasp this, you first need to realize that there is a divine intelligence that governs the universe. This intelligence is present in every single atom, in the vastness of the galaxies, and in the smallest of particles. It is what holds the stars in the sky, directs the rivers to flow, and brings life into existence. This same intelligence, this divine force, exists within you. You are not separate from it. Your very existence is woven into the fabric of this universal consciousness, and just as the universe creates and evolves, so do you. Many of us operate under the illusion that we are powerless to change our circumstances. We look at the events of our lives and believe they happen at random, that we are simply victims of fate. However, this is a limited way of thinking that keeps us disconnected from the greater truth. The truth is that you have the power to co-create your reality through your consciousness. You have the ability to shape your life not merely by your actions, but by the energy you emit into the universe through your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Everything in the universe vibrates at a frequency, including your thoughts. When you dwell on thoughts of lack, fear, or doubt, you are broadcasting those frequencies into the universe, and the universe, through divine law, responds by bringing you experiences that match that vibration. It's like tuning into a radio station. If you are tuned into the frequency of lack or limitation, that's the station you will hear. But if you raise your frequency to one of abundance, love, and faith, the universe will respond to that vibration, and your life will begin to align with those higher frequencies. This is the principle behind being a co-creator. God's plan for you is not just some distant, predetermined outcome that you have no influence over. God's plan is an ongoing, evolving journey that you participate in actively. When you begin to understand that your inner state, the thoughts and feelings you hold, are a form of communication with the divine, you start to see how powerful you truly are. Your inner world creates your outer world. But how do you step into this role as a co-creator? It starts by becoming conscious of the thoughts and emotions you are feeding into the universe. Every day you are sending out a signal, and that signal is either in alignment with your highest potential, or it's in alignment with limiting beliefs and fears. If you are constantly focused on what you don't want, on what you fear, or what you lack, then you are essentially giving your energy to those things, and they will grow. You attract more of what you focus on. To truly co-create with God, you must shift your focus to what you want to experience and who you want to become. This isn't just about visualizing material success or wealth, although those things may come. It's about aligning with your true nature, with the divine potential that is already within you. It's about embodying qualities like love, gratitude, compassion, and faith. When you begin to live from a place of these higher emotions, you raise your vibration, and as a result, you align more fully with God's plan for your life. Co-creating also requires trust and surrender. Many times we want to control every aspect of our lives. We think that we know best, and we resist anything that doesn't fit into our limited vision of how things should be. But part of being a co-creator is recognizing that there is a higher intelligence at play, an intelligence that can see the bigger picture when we cannot. Sometimes things may not go the way we expect, and it can be tempting to fall back into feelings of frustration or doubt. However, it is precisely in these moments that we must remember we are co-creators. When things seem uncertain, instead of falling into fear, we can choose to trust that God's plan is unfolding perfectly, even if we can't yet see how. Trusting in this divine plan doesn't mean being passive. It means taking inspired action that is in alignment with your highest self. When you act from a place of love and faith instead of fear and control, you allow the universe to work through you. You become a vessel for God's energy to flow, and in doing so, you will find that the right opportunities, people, and circumstances come into your life effortlessly. This is not magic, it is the law of the universe. You are co-creating with the divine in every moment. It is also important to recognize that co-creation is a continuous process. You are not creating your reality in a single moment or decision. Rather, your entire life is a series of choices, thoughts, and emotions that shape your experience over time. Every day is an opportunity to choose a higher path, to align more fully with the divine, and to participate in the unfolding of God's plan for you. And with each step you take toward this alignment, you become more empowered, more free, and more in tune with the infinite possibilities that the universe holds for you. So remember, you are not just here to passively experience life. You are here to create, to evolve, and to step into your divine potential. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with God's plan, you become an active participant in the unfolding of your destiny. You are not separate from the divine, you are a co-creator with it, and the power to shape your life lies within you. The moment you truly understand this, you will awaken to the limitless possibilities that await. When things don't go the way we expect, our natural reaction is often to resist. We feel frustrated, angry, or disappointed because we are attached to a specific outcome. We think we know how things should unfold, and when life doesn't cooperate, we feel like we're out of control. But here's the thing, the universe, or what some of us might call God, always has a plan. There is always a bigger picture that we cannot see from our limited perspective. We might see only the immediate circumstances, but the divine intelligence that orchestrates life sees everything, the past, the present, and the future all at once. What feels like a setback might actually be setting you up for something greater, but you have to trust that the process is working in your favor. Trusting the process requires a deep sense of faith. Faith is not just about believing in something when everything is going well. Real faith is what you hold on to when nothing seems to be working. It's about knowing, deep in your soul, that everything is happening for a reason, even if you can't see what that reason is right now. You must cultivate the belief that the universe is always guiding you, always supporting you, even when you're facing challenges or difficulties. This is not always easy, especially when we're in the middle of a storm, but it is during these times of uncertainty that faith is most powerful. One of the reasons it's difficult to trust the process is because we have been conditioned to want immediate results. We live in a world that values instant gratification, where we expect everything to happen quickly and according to our schedule. But the divine operates on its own timeline. Sometimes the things we want take longer to manifest because we are not yet ready to receive them. There might be lessons we need to learn, growth we need to experience, or shifts we need to make within ourselves before we can align with what we desire. Trusting the process means letting go of the need to control the timing of events and surrendering to the flow of life. This surrender is not about giving up or being passive. It's about understanding that while you have a role in shaping your life, there are forces at work beyond your control that are also guiding you. You can take inspired action, but you must also allow space for the universe to work its magic. Sometimes this means being patient, and sometimes it means letting go of the attachment to how you think things should be. The more you release the need for control, the more you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities that are waiting to unfold. Another key aspect of trusting the process is recognizing that challenges are not punishments, they are opportunities for growth. Life is not always easy, and there will be times when you face difficulties that seem unfair or overwhelming. But these challenges are often the very things that push you to grow, to evolve, and to become stronger. The universe is constantly seeking to expand through you, and sometimes this expansion requires you to move through uncomfortable or difficult experiences. When you resist these challenges, you stay stuck. But when you embrace them as part of the process, you begin to transform. You start to see that every challenge contains a hidden gift, a lesson that is designed to bring you closer to your highest self. It is also important to remember that uncertainty is a natural part of life. We often fear the unknown because it makes us feel vulnerable. But uncertainty is where possibility lives. If everything in life were predictable, there would be no room for growth or new experiences. Uncertainty invites us to step outside of our comfort zones and trust that even though we don't know what's coming next, we are being guided towards something better. The unknown is not something to be feared, it is something to be embraced. In the grand scheme of life, we are not meant to have all the answers. Part of the human experience is learning to navigate through uncertainty with grace and trust. The moments when you feel lost are often the moments when you are being redirected towards something greater. The key is to remain open, to listen to the whispers of your soul, and to trust that every step you take is part of a larger divine plan. Even when the path is unclear, you are being guided. Even when things don't make sense, there is a higher intelligence at work. In the pursuit of success and fulfillment, many people tend to focus on the material aspects of life: wealth, status, and possessions. It's easy to get caught up in the chase for things that we believe will bring happiness or validate our existence. Society has conditioned us to equate success with what we have, what we can show, and what others can see. But true success, the kind that aligns with God's plan, is not about accumulating things. It is about who you are becoming. This shift in focus from the external to the internal is crucial in understanding how to align with your highest purpose and with divine intelligence. God's plan for you is not centered on the material rewards you can gather along the way. While abundance, success, and comfort can certainly be part of the journey, they are not the ultimate goal. The real goal is spiritual growth and personal transformation. God's plan is about you evolving into the person you were created to be, someone who lives with purpose, meaning, and alignment with your divine self. This process of becoming is far more important than any external achievement, because it is only when you truly evolve internally that the external world can reflect that change. At the heart of this idea is the understanding that who you are on the inside creates your external reality. If your internal world is rooted in fear, doubt, or a sense of lack, no amount of external success will ever bring you peace. You may achieve financial abundance or reach milestones in your career, but if you have not worked on your inner self, those achievements will feel empty. True abundance, the kind that lasts and brings joy, is a result of being in harmony with your spiritual nature. This doesn't mean that you should abandon material success or feel guilty about wanting it. Instead, it means recognizing that material success should flow from your spiritual alignment, not the other way around. When you are aligned with your higher self, when you are living with integrity, love, and purpose, the material world naturally responds. You begin to attract opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are in resonance with who you are becoming. Success becomes a byproduct of living in alignment with your soul, not the primary objective. To truly align with God's plan for you, it's essential to understand that you are here to grow, evolve, and become more of who you truly are. This growth is not just about learning new skills or achieving new goals, although those are important. It's about shedding old patterns of thought, breaking free from limiting beliefs, and letting go of the fear that keeps you stuck. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle the blessings and responsibilities that come with divine purpose. One of the most significant shifts that happen when you focus on who you are becoming is that you start to see challenges in a new light. Instead of viewing obstacles as something that is blocking your success, you begin to understand that they are opportunities for growth. Every challenge, every setback, every difficult situation is there to teach you something, to help you evolve. When you focus solely on material success, challenges can feel like personal failures or signs that you are not on the right path. But when you understand that God's plan is about your growth, you start to see these challenges as stepping stones toward becoming your best self. In this context, spiritual growth becomes the foundation for everything else. It's about cultivating qualities like resilience, patience, faith, and love. These are the qualities that will carry you through life's ups and downs and allow you to maintain your sense of purpose, even when the external world isn't cooperating with your plans. When you develop these inner qualities, you become someone who can face challenges with grace and use them as opportunities for deeper growth and transformation. You become someone who is able to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence because you know that your worth is not tied to external success. Another important aspect of focusing on who you are becoming is that it shifts your motivations. When you are driven purely by the desire for external validation, your actions are often rooted in fear of not being enough, fear of failure, fear of judgment. But when you are focused on becoming your highest self, your actions are motivated by love and purpose. You start to make decisions based on what will help you grow, rather than what will give you temporary validation. This shift in motivation leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment, because you are no longer chasing after things that can never truly satisfy you. Instead, you are pursuing the things that align with your soul's purpose. It's also important to recognize that spiritual growth is not a linear process. There will be times when you feel like you are making great progress, and there will be times when you feel stuck or unsure of your path. But even in those moments of doubt or stagnation, growth is still happening. Every experience, no matter how challenging, is contributing to your evolution. Trusting that you are always growing, even when it's not obvious, is a key part of aligning with God's plan. Growth is not always easy or comfortable, but it is necessary for you to become the person you are meant to be. As you shift your focus from material success to spiritual growth, you will also notice that your definition of success begins to change. Success is no longer about how much you can accumulate or how far you can climb the ladder. Instead, success becomes about how aligned you are with your true self. It becomes about how much you are living in integrity with your values and how deeply you are connecting with your purpose. It's about how much peace, joy, and love you are experiencing in your life regardless of external circumstances. This kind of success is far more sustainable because it is rooted in something deeper than material wealth. It is rooted in the knowledge that you are living in alignment with your soul's purpose and that you are becoming the person God created you to be. This doesn't mean that material success won't come. It often does. And when it does, it feels more meaningful because it is a reflection of your inner growth. But even if material success takes time or looks different than you expected, you will have the inner peace that comes from knowing you are living in alignment with your higher purpose. God's plan for you is about who you are becoming, not just what you are achieving. When you focus on your spiritual growth, when you prioritize becoming the best version of yourself, everything else in your life begins to fall into place. The material success, the relationships, the opportunities, they all flow naturally when you are living in alignment with your divine purpose. And in the end, that is the true meaning of success, living a life that reflects the highest version of who you are. One of the greatest struggles we face in life is the desire to control everything around us. We want to manage outcomes, dictate the timing of events, and ensure that life unfolds exactly as we plan. But this need for control often leads to frustration, anxiety, and fear when things don't go our way. The truth is that we don't have control over everything, and trying to hold on too tightly only creates resistance. This is why surrendering control and letting go of fear is essential for living in alignment with God's plan. When we release the need to control and embrace trust, we open ourselves to the flow of divine intelligence, allowing miracles and opportunities to unfold in ways we could never have imagined. At the heart of this principle is understanding that control is an illusion. While we may have some influence over our actions and decisions, we do not have control over the larger forces at play in the universe. Life is dynamic and unpredictable, filled with factors beyond our reach, We cannot control every circumstance or outcome, and trying to do so often leads to disappointment when things don't turn out as expected. But when we recognize that we are part of a greater plan, a divine design that is always working for our highest good, we can begin to let go of the need to control every aspect of our lives. This surrender is not about giving up, it's about trusting that there is a higher intelligence guiding us. Fear is closely tied to our desire for control. When we are afraid of the unknown, we try to manipulate circumstances to feel safer. We fear failure, rejection, or loss, and this fear drives us to hold on tightly to what we know, even when it no longer serves us. But fear limits us, it keeps us small and prevents us from stepping into the fullness of who we are meant to be. Fear is the mind's way of trying to protect us from perceived dangers, but most of the time, these dangers are illusions created by our ego. They are based on past experiences or future projections, not on the present reality. Letting go of fear requires us to step into the present moment and trust that no matter what happens, we are supported by a force greater than ourselves. Surrendering control does not mean becoming passive or complacent. It does not mean that we stop taking action or making decisions. Instead, it means releasing the attachment to how things should unfold and being open to the possibilities that the universe has in store for us. We can take inspired action from a place of trust, rather than from a place of fear or control. When we act with trust in the divine, we align ourselves with the flow of life, allowing events to unfold naturally without forcing or manipulating them. This kind of surrender allows us to move through life with ease and grace, knowing that everything is happening for our highest good, even if it doesn't look that way in the moment. One of the most profound benefits of letting go of control is the peace that comes with it. When we stop trying to control everything, we free ourselves from the constant stress and anxiety that comes from living in a state of fear and resistance. We no longer need to worry about how things will turn out because we trust that they are unfolding exactly as they should. This peace allows us to stay present and focused on what truly matters: our growth, our relationships, and our alignment with our higher purpose. When we are no longer consumed by the need to control, we can live more fully in the present moment, appreciating life as it is, rather than constantly trying to make it something else.